right back. How am I not on here? Okay, I haven't been here in like 3 weeks.
Good.
Never mind, I know I'm on here.
Alex, I wasn't on one of them that I had just played friendlies on 10 minutes earlier.
Are you serious?
Yes,
Dude,
I don't know what's happening.
These fuckers are rude.
Daniel, how do I stop being bad at this game?
Sydney,
You're not bad, you just pick horrible characters.
you took
You're
like
picking
that's
some
like
of the worst character. You literally picked a -4. What
that's like a top 3 Sora on the planet, and that's like a -4 matchup.
I don't know. I don't think about that. I just feel like I could have won that.
I mean, you could have.
I threw
Yes,
game
and that's
3
why
and
you're
4.
voted.
I just should like not get hit
Yeah, that is the thing.
ever. I'm just bad because I got hit.
I miss your Byleth every day. Just bring it back.
Would it have won?
Reno proved that you can win with
No,
Byleth.
I can do it with my character.
All right. To be fair, at that same tournament, Ball also proved that you can do it with that character. So
I just should have
Excuse me,
been
real quick.
even more campy game 4 or 5. Push for up I lost in game 5 every single game. I feel like I am outplaying the entire game, and I just get there. I just wish I could do anything other than just mash counter. But the problem is that the Nair, or whichever has like a drag thing.
So like if he gets on the other side of you, then like the counter.
I just need to like get better.
It's just there's nothing you can do besides just like
I gotta do a thing real quick.
I just need to get better.
And you keep getting better, so.
It doesn't feel like that. I feel like I'm just kind of losing to like such a death characters, and I don't. They make me feel like a garbage player.
But that's better than you got against Sebastian Sora in the past. So.
I think he was just playing bad. It shouldn't have been as close as that was.
well, I mean, like you said, it's a bad match. You just have to.
I think it's payroll's worst matchup.
I believe it. It's best of 3. Redemption is best of 3!
So bad.
You said it's your worst match.
I just need to. I just need to get better.
This just started.
Like the unfortunate thing about it is just
It's just gonna be a lot of small things of just like
I just have to play perfect.
yeah, and then just slowly chip away at like getting more consistent about knowing like this is what to do in like in this situation or whatever, and just making the most of it.
I just need to camp.
Because like there's also a world where like you still won just like if 1 or 2 advantage states win, right? Which like
It's just hard because I can't get grabbed, I can't get aired, I can't get off stage at any point.
we can go off stage. Like you played it smart where you were just like always going high. Because then it becomes.
I felt like I kept getting clipped by the freaking blizzard because I keep thinking it doesn't go that far.
But it does.
It goes like half stage for some reason.
Yeah. It's huge.
I kept getting clipped by it and that was like costing me stuff really badly.
It's just the usual thing of just like you just. When
Well,
something doesn't work the way you like it looks like, or you
Well,
think
part
it
of my problem was that I was like, I kept not being able to tell which thing to do. Like, just wasn't looking.
you just didn't have time. Well, it's also like in order.
Yeah, I just need to be more mindful of it.
Well, the other thing is specifically off stage, like it's very predictable because if they don't have thunder, they're just gonna stall with fireball. And
Yeah, but
then
it's just really hard to like hit them off stage. I guess I could try more. I don't know.
Well, no, I'm not saying you should go out stage.
What I
but
need to do is I need to
based
just
on it,
fish
like,
for I need to shield camp harder. And I need to like I need to just get him to like 130, 140 and get there up to I'm so frustrated. I'm so tired of losing game 4 and 5. Absolutely. Like, I did a couple missions.
Yeah.
Dude.
I just need to play better. I think the other thing was like that. I always feel like it's a very typical.
There was one interaction where I was like questioning if like because you had your sucking of like suck the blizzard.
I don't know. I was hit by like the invisible part of it.
Yeah, because it definitely didn't look like it should have hit you.
Have you looked at what the Blizzard
No,
hitbox looks
I have
like?
not.
I don't know.
I'm sure it's sort of an incredibly good move.
You probably will just have to look at it if like.
No, I just need to. If I see that he has Blizzard and I think he's going to go for it, I just need to run away.
Yeah.
I just need to run away more.
Correct.
I just have to play better. I'm getting really annoyed hearing people complain about my favorite character. I was like, y'all understand this matchup is really bad.
You want to make some matchup on the story? Go ahead.
I have to find a particular way for that matchup to be doable. I just need to not get hit. I'm getting closer to doing that. I played a lot more.
Yeah, it was definitely, especially the game that was really good. It was very like you were playing it really well. It was just like 1 or 2 interactions going in your favor. So like you're very close. I think it's just sometimes go for like a bit too risky of option.
That's just your problem in general.
It's also just hard because I'm just like, I don't want to give him the opportunity to like, yeah, especially because it's really easy to sort.
But like, but the thing is like when you take a risk, that you do give it the opportunity. So it's like
I should have just been like, I'm gonna sit back and
yeah. Because if your goal is to not allow him to take a comeback, then like that's what you should.
I would
Right?
be okay with Nair stuff if you couldn't confirm into Smash Attack.
Like the other Nair stuff is fine, or fine enough.
You're gonna fucking powerful. Yeah. You don't stop. Yeah.
I'm just kind of tired of losing game 5. I've just been stuck at the wall of like touch of death characters for the last couple of months, and it's kind of driving me crazy.
I mean, it's just kind of normal.
What, the game nowadays?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that most of the meta is just touching.
The characters that stayed relevant are the ones that can like at least some like or like even if they're not touch of death characters, they can keep pace with the touch of death characters well enough.
That is K-Rool's worst.
Well, you went game 5 with the best player of that
I
character.
just don't think he was playing super hot that one game.
Yeah.
Then he won the rest.
What the
Only
fuck?
won one Sora.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but like the other Sora games were winnable. Like,
I just think he was playing sloppy. I feel
But
like
you
on a
just
normal
have to-
day I wouldn't take a game.
yeah, but like you said, it's the worst matchup ever. You just like you have to take them. Your win con is like you have to. If statistically you're going to lose most of like if theoretically the matchup right, if you lose like 65% of the games, you just have to hope that you're lucky enough that the 45% or the 40% that you can win like are the ones that are the 3 that you win that set. You know.
Sora's
Bullshit. Yeah. There was an interaction where I literally nared 4 times on her shield in the 4th one. All I could think was like, why would I not do this in this situation?
I just wish Sora was designed. Well, he was. It's just the Infinite was probably definitely not invincible. It's completely warped how he plays.
And this game isn't supported.
The problem is that they designed his entire kit and they didn't think about. They designed his kit with, oh, you nair into other things, but they did not think about what it just nair into itself.
Oh, you know how you talked about how this game is technically in the same generation with the Street Fighter 5 generation, not the Street Fighter 6 generation? This game is like if there was like 4 years before Street Fighter 6 and there were like 20 Lukes.
Yeah.
Well, no, there are 5 Lukes and then a couple other people
The better
that are all
comparison is you just have Vegas.
Yeah. But like the thing is like the reason I think Luke is a good comparison because it's a DLC character that came in, was clearly overtuned, and then just because like they're not gonna touch the game anymore, they stay good. The Raisinloaf win? Okay, now they're.
Well, you can if you want.
I'm waiting on healing.
Are you the other side of bracket then?
What's up?
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, I think you misreported that. Is Raisinloaf up 2-1?
Yes.
Okay, Raisinloaf's up 2-1.
Big kitty!
See, the reason that matchup becomes as bad as it is isn't even.
Did he win the first or second game? Raisinloaf. Did he win the first or second game?
Yeah,
I
that
think
seems.
you have it reported right.
Okay.
I mean, I can see. Like, I feel like you can get around
Around what?
the counter when she's
You
up.
only can if the Sora spaces it.
Well, it's also you were just going high as much as possible to not have to deal with that.
Can you also not just like drift slightly out of away from the ledge?
If he reads it,
But like it's still now it's
That's
a
a
50-50 instead of like a 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like go high.
Yeah, like what you did was like you go high every single time, and then when
it's
you have
just that
to,
in
it's like
conjunction with the fact that hitting the Infinite on me is very easy.
yeah. So, like you said, worst
I just have
matchup.
to get better. I should stop being bad.
Well, it's not that you have to be bad. It's like you have to accept the fact that you need to believe that you are going to be godlike enough to win K-Rool's worst matchup. Because like if it's K-Rool's worst matchup,
The
like
fact that you went up 2-0 in that matchup says something. And then like literally any of those games are winnable.
correct.
You just have to like not get hit.
You just play perfect.
Well, yeah, and like you said, worst matchup. Like that's what you have to do, and you almost did it. And you've identified a couple key interactions that you just have to like. Okay, now I'm like. I need to
narrow the
consider.
matchup down to the very the specific interactions, then it makes the matchup a lot more playable. I wouldn't say it makes it like
Or like the
winnable,
other.
but it makes it playable.
Or the other thing is like identifying what are the interactions that like have a version where you come out okay, I guess.
That's a good way of thinking about it.
But like ultimately it just comes down to like you are good and you need to believe that you are good and you're gonna figure out like this stuff. And then like and if you don't, like and sometimes even if you do you will still lose because the matchup's bad and like you just have to
Try.
you just have to try.
I'm at the wall of touch of death.
Oh no.
Yeah, I killed him with that.
Wow, you beat my fucking hand.
As was NQ.
Yeah, in the same bracket. That's pretty
Anyway, game 5 of Sebastian.
Someone could shoot me right now. It's
Oh my god.
Okay. You're against Corey. I really wanted to play Corey today. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to get.
Wait, are you?
Corey hot bucket on.
That was the funniest way to win that.